Its year 2024 has been an absolute cinema, and I think that we all can agree on this topic. And if you have clicked on this video because you think I'm going to talk about every controversial stuff that happened over the year, you can forget that and you can probably click this button right underneath, somewhere on the right, to get out of this video, because I ain't going to deep dive in any of those dramas, as you've probably seen all of those other video or YouTubers. Whenever there is a very controversial figure or a internet villain, but I think we all can agree on that the world has worsened quite a bit. Like, the internet is quite a cesspool right now. And I ain't gonna judge you if you are like a person that follows all of Hassan Piker's endorsement, but here is a problem that I think we need to address too. Because from all those past dramas that we've seen in this year, I think there is a very common pattern that always emerges from every part of those communities. And I specifically want to address those people because it's like a very minority that I think they should just, you know, really shut up. Um, I may be a little bit rude right here, and I don't really want to throw myself into the damn ocean full of sharks, but I definitely think that we need to address the mindset of people, because I just saw recently a video, of course, of Chris Abroad. Like, he threw himself into the bin and made a drama video, which is honestly not his type of video, and um, I was surprised when I saw that. And definitely, I saw the same pattern in his video that definitely re-emerges, and it was specifically about well, of course, it's the I guess allegedly human trash, Logan Paul. Well, around 6 years ago, Logan Paul did a absurd thing of filming a dead person in a forest, and he made an apology video, and everyone moved on. And one of those comments was like, "Oh, you know what? It was 6 years ago, guys. Let's forget it." Yes, I can understand if somebody made an apology video and just moved on. That's great. I can forgive somebody like that. But the problem is with Logan Paul, as you can see from the internet. If I just pull out Logan Paul, um, you will just see another controversial stuff. Like, you can clearly see he is not apologetic whatsoever. He is just minding his own business, trying to make more views, more money, whatever it is. I don't care. He is a person who's very disingenuous to his apology and is definitely not putting up a effort to change himself. Of course, this is not like full on slander against him. I don't know what that guy did. I don't know him. I don't follow his story, neither do most people, I think. But it's just something on my mind that I saw that just really need to change. And honestly, I want to ask for your opinion, because is it just me, or am I seeing more and more people getting involved in defending someone that just like should not defend to? Because if I'm being honest, like, I have watched Hassan Pike. I've agreed to his point and I've disagreed to his point. And I think he sometimes, well, most of the times he is being real here. You know, he talks, what he says does have some points, but there are some things that I just cannot agree on. And honestly, spreading terrorist propaganda, that's like a huge red flag, don't you think? And cannot understand why people can still glaze the fuck out of him. I'm a part of my language right there, but I think there is something about that that we need to address, because people right now has been picking side, either extreme left or extreme right. And what's considered 10 years ago as left is now viewed as a centralist. And honestly, if I'm a centralist right now, I'm fine with it, because honestly, I'm a person that likes to see from both sides, and I think everyone does. The only problem is that the minority are there and are always shouting very loud. And if you see my past couple of videos from, like, I don't know, 6 months ago, so I don't really post that much. I'm just venting my frustration as a diary, I guess. But if you look back, I always said the minority has been really shitting around, and honestly, I don't really hate them all, you know. The only problem is that few of the minority are very loud and being annoying. The whole problem about them being annoying is basically they create hate to themselves. That's something that's very stupid to do, because it's, for example, if you look at the situation of DEIs. Apparently, it's a um, thing that exists to make. Um, I still don't know what the word means, but I'll use it just in case, because apparently it is used for that. I will apologize if that's not really the case. So just in case, um, sorry for the people if it's not targeted to you guys. But it's apparently a woke thing for a company to have DEI, as in they are scared to be cancelled of being anti-woke. Um, and now people just really figured out nobody fucking cared, and they finally get out of the fear mongering of, oh no, we're getting get cancelled by the minority. I'm sorry, we are in the majority actually, and I think that we should not be scared and trying to be oppressed by the minority. I think we should work together, and I think they should really just, you know, listen to what people want and really try to voice their opinion in a way that won't annoy people, because what they do is actually try to make people more angry, more annoyed, because DEI, all what DEI does in my eyes is create more racism against racism, which actually is not a reverse racism, it's just a increased amount of output of racism. uh, it's like the reverse curse technique, like the minus energy times minus energy equals positive energy. Yeah, no shit, it's not going to be really positive, it's going to have a positive feedback, and positive feedback means a increased amount of anger. Yeah, so I don't know where we are heading, but 2024 has been so much drama and so much ignorance that I just don't understand where humans are going right now, because the whole part of being human is, in my mind, agreeing and disagreeing with people and trying to work it out together. Because I can understand if you are arguing with someone on the left, or you argue someone on the right, you will have some differences, and it is up to the people to work out the problem, because we people create problem and we solve problem. So all we have to do is work together. And I just don't understand why we are so against each other right now, because I think we should just view stuff from both sides and not just from one side. And it sounds like really naive, hypocritical to say from me. And definitely after all those videos, I'm just shitting on those people on the minority. Yeah, I definitely hate those loud voices. I definitely hate it. I find it annoying. And like I said, I'm one of those people who get very annoyed at it right now, and I've been trying to be tolerant of it. And I understand it's very hypocritical and naive of me to say this and post this video, but I do think people should rely on each other, because where we are heading is honestly not really a world where everyone will be happy at. Uh, and so I want to drag forward a very old experiment actually, and I think you guys probably need to search it up. So if you like, for example, Google the red utopia. So we have like Wikipedia behavior sync. Let's see. Here we go. This old mice experiment. So if you just type in red or mice utopia, you probably will find an article that I'm showing you right now. Um, and this article, I'll leave it to you to read it. If you don't want to read it, it's fine. I'll read a little bit for you. Basically, it's a work with rats. So, working with rats between 1958 and 1962. And with mice from 1968 to 1972. Calhoun set up experimental rodent enclosure at National Institute of Mental Health's Laboratory of Psychology. He hoped to learn more about how humans might behave in crowded future. Basically, we got a very overcrowded enclosure for the mice. And what happened after that is those mice has like sometimes erupted into open brawls, even though they had everything. They are trying to fight each other. Some females carry pregnancies and they forget about the babies. Um, it's a very well, it's a very scary thing to read. To be honest, it's like a prediction of the future or what it is. And I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat right now. Take this with as much sodium as you can that it can kill a human. I do think that we are reaching the beginning of this stage because we are probably just overcrowded, and I think it's a natural system that is, and well, I'm not smart, okay? I'm just being an idiot right here, okay? So don't take every scientific word I preach as a, oh, this guy is an intellectual. No, I'm stupid as fuck. I'm an internet gremlin. Um, but my take on this is basically we are at the first phase of brawling with each other in this article, and we are about to tear ourselves up into factions, and we are going to murder each other. Not literally, but not right now, to be honest. Maybe in the future. It's quite dark, and I think it will definitely happen if we continue like this, because the internet has become such a cesspool that I can now see the same pattern emerge from this experiment into the real world. And I'm not sure about you guys if you read this article or not. If you did, please tell me if you see some resemblance of those sudden open brawls, because I see a lot more common now, and definitely people are fighting with words on the internet out of nothing burgers, I guess. Honestly, this is a future I will see for humans. Again, tinfoil hat, a ton of sodium, enough to kill a human person. This is a very disturbing thought I have the couple of years, because this is like going real real hard. This is like going the real wrong way of where humans should not step in, you know. And I do think that we need to address this, because this is like a fight that it should be really easy to shut up. And honestly, I think we should band the power together, because as you can see right now, for example, the DEI, people don't give a fuck anymore about that stuff. The companies know they cannot get cancelled anymore by that, because the majority can just fight back. And the majority is usually scared to fight back because of cancellation. I honestly understand. And my friend explained it to me because I couldn't understand it. So my friend said, I'm gonna quote him. And my friend said this. So imagine you have a boss and you disagree with him, but but if you say it, you will get cancelled and your boss will fire you. So people are scared of being fired. And honestly, I can understand that, because there are two sides of this. First side, you are scared of being fired, because if you are getting fired right now, you may have to find another job which is might not as successful as the one you have right now. And the second option is you don't give a fucking damn and you look for a new job, be it worse, we don't give a fucking shit. Honestly, that's the mentality that quite a few people have. Not all of them, but some people have it. But most people definitely don't. Most people are for opportunity number one. We keep our mouth shut and we keep our job. That's the most, I would say, base thing to do, to be honest, is what I say these days. And this is from a guy that just learned 3 months ago what a word gooner and edging means. Anyway, but I do think that we majority should not feel oppressed, and I do think that we are feeling oppressed every second we look in the internet. I'm not sure what your experience is, but I think it's a great idea to vent all your frustrations here down in the comment section, because I honestly support most of the people and I am 100% naive. I know, I am naive as shit and I will believe everyone on what they fucking say. Um, and definitely, I would also say background checks is something that I also really don't do, and I must take everything I see with grain of salt. And so must you on the internet. And most people right now don't look into it with enough grain of salt, and they don't know enough to judge. I'll always say just hold your opinions just in case something goes wrong. Um, it's always a great idea to try to find out what is wrong and what is right. I wouldn't judge you for being a jerk, but I would judge you if you are being a jerk and never apologize. And if you see that you are a jerk, you will never make up for it. I don't respect those people. I do respect those jerks who are making up their mind and they say what they mean and they realize if they are wrong they will apologize. I respect those people. It's not that I hate humanity. It's definitely not like that. I do think that we humans are again going the wrong direction and we should band together, not trying to create factions and fighting over each other, because right now, I don't think we need an extreme right and extreme left. I don't think we do. I don't think people should be doing that. People should actually be more compromising to each other. I can understand most people can draw to some places because of their beliefs. And believe me, some people have some flaws. Some people cannot just realize them because they are geniuses. For example, Albert Einstein. Apparently he was a extreme right? Yeah, I think he was an extreme right. He was a very communist. The only problem with being super communist is basically saying you want to create a communism. But communism is like something impossible unless you have someone in the power. And communism means everyone has the same power. But if someone has the greater power, then you don't have equal power. So that just means communism does not exist. It cannot exist. It is a ideological world and very naive thing, of course. Um, but I cannot say it's doable. It's something that we cannot put our mind to. Because if we humans have no leader, I think something like the movie The Purge will happen, and I don't think that's a great thing either. That's the first two things that I want to address. People being very one-sided and not looking into more stuff. For example, those Hassan Pikers viewers who are like glazing the fuck out of him, even though he shows terrorist propaganda. That's definitely wrong. It's not something good. I will say it. Um, Definitely, there are a minority of people who are glazing him, but still, it's fucking weird. And the second of all, I think we humans should work together and prevent the thing um, that happened in a red utopia. Please, I don't want to see that cesspool in real life. I don't want to see real life experiment with real humans because this is happening right now. And my last take that I want to bring out, um, I honestly have not seen Jacksepticeye's video of him saying this, but apparently he did say that YouTube is being ruined. I don't know the full detail in it, but my take is honestly similar to that. While similar, it's not about money. It's really about YouTube. Because YouTube does not feel like YouTube anymore, if you understand what I mean. Uh, as a child, I obviously just grew up with a ton of game YouTubers. I watched the Captain Sparkles, everyone's favorite Markiplier, etc., etc. You name them all. Then TDM, a amazing one, a real one. This, but I think we can all agree on that YouTube has become something of a corporation. We can see some. we can see a ton of videos right now. Of course, it's not all of them. It's just some of them are starting to look like something that is just a soulless work. It's becoming more like a drama platform, a ton of actors, you know. Like, for example, recently the celebrity culture has fallen, right? The celebrity culture has fallen in America, and I think it's a great thing that not all of the people are looking up to celebrities as they do back in the days, blindly following them. Of course, you can still look up to them, but blindly following them, that's just too much. But I think the same thing is actually happening now in YouTube. People are blindly following YouTubers. Just your ordinary person uploading a random ass video. Me right here, motherfucker. Uh, okay, sorry for my language right there. But honestly, I think there is something that has been missing a lot, and I think it's the passion we had back in the days for watching those YouTubers being so bright, being so happy. And honestly, I miss it. I miss it because of this bubble we created inside. All of my YouTube videos right here are full of dramas. No more, well, I guess game stuff. I do see some, but right now I only see dramas, a ton of controversial stuff. And honestly, it's just started rolling this year. It's not even that long ago that I watched a ton of game videos. Um, it all started with the Mr. Beast controversy, then my YouTube get flung over and flooded with those. And definitely, I felt that it suddenly became a sort of Hollywood disaster, if you understand what I'm saying. It feels like that a internet drama is erupting from YouTube. It's like YouTube is now just a cesspool of media, and it's not something people make videos anymore to enjoy, to watch who you like. And honestly, I really don't care what you watch, and I really don't care if you hate watching or watching for fun or watching because this drama video was interesting to you. uh, for example, the recent video, what Chris said, your view matters. Honestly, my opinion, your view doesn't matter. Your view matters to YouTubers, as in you can give them, well, I guess some kind of money by viewing them. Um, but it's definitely not a healthy approach to endorse them or support them fully. If you are watching the video, I don't think you are endorsing them. If you are saying something out of your mind just for that one YouTuber, okay, you need to take a step back because you are definitely endorsing them. And I do think this is a problem in this world right now that people are endorsing YouTubers. And honestly, the celebrity culture has fallen and now the YouTube culture has risen. I think there's a big problem in there. What do you guys think? I'm not sure about this, and I honestly don't know what to say. But all I know is 2024 has been a gift that keeps on gifting us crazy ass dramas and crazy amount of content. Honestly, I don't want to bother um, uh, making this video full on shaming all of those people online. I just made a video because I think it's time that we need to turn things back. And I'm not sure if people will agree with me with turning things back. But for those who are willing to see and willing to acknowledge that something has changed inside YouTube, I hope you have a great ass day. I hope that everything will be okay in the future, and I hope you'll enjoy yourself. Goodbye.